The defrost heater is the set of copper wires at the bottom that go up to the black wires that connect to the red Molex. The white Molex to the right is the thermistor, and then the fan plugs in to the right of the thermistor. And well, I guess we finally got hit by the RV gremlins because we have RV issues. We've actually got 3 of them. We're going to show you how to fix one of them, and we're going to get into it right now. This is our Everchill refrigerator. As you can see, it's properly set for the refrigerator at 34 degrees. The freezer is set to 0. Our freezer works fine. Refrigerator though, however, I don't know if we've still got a thermometer in here or not. The refrigerator is not working. We've added a second thermometer. We've got that in there. It shows 54 degrees. I contacted East to West, and we're still in our 1-year warranty. East to West said, here's the contact information for Lippert. I contacted Lippert. Lippert sent me a guide on how to hard reset this. Now, in order to do that, most of us IT people are used to a 1 to 2 minute pull the power cord, reboot. This refrigerator is not that way. What you actually have to do, and we're going to do this again. So our refrigerator, as you can see, is fuse number 16. If you want to open those doors, we're going to pull this fuse, and that refrigerator is now turned off. So I've got the fuse right there. Hey Alexa, set a 10-minute timer.
10 minutes, starting now.
Hey Alexa, turn the TV on.
Okay.
So Alexa's going to do the countdown. We're going to plug this back up. And then they say you leave the doors closed for an hour and a half. This supposedly fixes 97% of the problems. We're just about finished with the timer. Hey Alexa, dismiss the timer. We're going to plug the fuse back in. Now the refrigerator's back on and we can continue with the diagnostic steps. An hour and a half later, the refrigerator is still not cooled down. The next thing we have to do is we have to take the drawers out to get to the fan. If you look close right here, the way that these drawers come out, you simply lift on the front of it, get it over that hump, and it should come right out. They said they both have to come out. The instructions that they sent were not extremely clear, so I don't know where the fan is at in here, but I'm assuming it's behind this guy here. I see a tab here. I see 2 Phillips head screws. What do you see, Doodle? Are you helping out? Let me get my tools. I'm gonna pull the fuse again. Our refrigerator came with an automatic screwdriver return. I will say while I'm doing this, it wants me to do some testing of some wires. All right, so it looks like I would say that is frozen over.
Yep.
That is frozen over big time. That's going to be your chute right there. There's no blockage that I can tell. Wow.
But
wow.
So if there's no blockage there, why would the cold air not go up?
Because that's
Frozen?
I think what happens is the fan blows across these and blows the cool air up there, and because that's frozen over, it's never kicking on the thermostat to actually go any further. So let me get my head in here and see how to take this plate off. Get a flashlight. This is perfectly positioned to where this coil right here is in the way. I don't have enough room to pull this cord out. This is...
What about like a hair dryer? Would that help?
Yeah, that would speed things up. All right, let's see if I can get these wires loose now. Oh, that one doesn't have to come out. All right, so we've got this loose now. This is the fan. And as you can see, this is the plate for the diverter. This sucks in air off the thing and sends it up through there. We're gonna thaw the rest of this out. If you look right here, these fins were kind of bent, and you can see the pattern right there. What I did was I took my finger and just straighten those out because they were folded completely over. Now, I will tell you this, 100%, do not run your hand across that fin. Pick an area, straighten it, and move your finger. This is like a razor blade sharp, so do not run your finger across that to straighten it out. We've got it all thawed out. Y'all would not believe the chunks that came off of this. So that was step one. I'm gonna put this bigger on the screen so y'all can read it. It says, there are several reasons the fridge may not be cooling, but the freezer section is. Check if the freezer coils are frozen. If they are, continue with the below testing. All right, so we found frozen coil. It says check if the freezer coils are frozen. If they are, continue to the following testing. We found massively frozen coils. Massively. Matter of fact, I would say what we found was an entire block of ice. They want us to test the freezer fan. Apply a 12-volt power to the fan plug. Fan should spin fast, not slow. This is to the fan. So we've got two wires, well, we've got three wires. We've got a red and a black. So what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna fashion something outside. The only thing I can think is this connects to the thermostat. Maria said this is a crappy hairdryer. We're gonna use it, gonna repurpose it because I need some wire to tie into that right there with a 12-volt source. And I've got this that I use for our backup camera. I know that these two are my positive and negative. I'm gonna bridge those into that, and we're gonna see if that fan spins. First thing I'm gonna do is shove this wire down in there and that one in there to get connectivity. Then they told me that it was the black and the red and that is a signal wire. So it's gonna be that one there and that one there. Now I'm gonna go turn the lights on the truck. No fan movement. All right, so we're set to DC. Got power. And check the power on this end. That solved. This fan is also dead, which may be why those coils are freezing over. Got the drawers out. I've got the plastic fan cover plate off. I've got the breaker turned off to the refrigerator, so it's dead. It's not near as bad as it was when I took the original photos, but it is fairly well frosted over.
Okay.
The defrost wiring harness, that's gonna come up on the left-hand side. It's gonna be the far left Molex connector, right?
Correct.
All right, so that's the defrost coil. All right, I've got it disconnected.
All right, we should be able to just test that Molex connector for continuity.
All right, so I've got noise there. And that thing is small. All right, I have no continuity on that.
No continuity.
That's me touching the probes together.
You're right.
I've got that one on there. Yeah, I've got nothing.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, that was the test we needed to do to see what our next steps are here. So we won't be able to just replace the freezer fan in this situation. We will need to replace the entire fridge. Sorry that it took this long for us to get to this point.
So let me ask you this other Molex connector that's to the right of the defrost Molex connector?
Yes.
That's the thermistor, right?
Yeah, that's the defrost sensor.
Okay. And it should unplug as well?
Yeah.
And I should be able to check for continuity across those two as well?
Yes. This was the SRM-418, yeah.
I've got no continuity there either.
Okay. I mean, it is possible that multiple components did fail. Wouldn't be the first time I've seen something like that.
Okay. The defrost heater is the set of copper wires at the bottom that go up to the black wires that connect to the red Molex. The white Molex to the right is the thermistor, and then the fan plugs in to the right of the thermistor. And so it looks like all three of our components are bad.
Yep, that's what I would say as well. crazy that everything that plugged in failed. I don't think I've ever seen where that had happened before. I've definitely seen the fan fail and then the defrost sensor failed, but usually those are a little bit tied into each other, because if all that ice builds up, the fan might get gummed up, try to spin, fail, and then just not be able to start back up again.
Yeah, just burn the bearings up.
Yeah, it just burns itself out.
Let me do it again just to make sure that I'm...
Okay. Yeah, no worries.
The heater unit is 100% bad. Marie's cooking dinner, so I'm going to wrap the video up real quick. All right, what we found was, one, the Everchill, since we've had it, it's done a fairly good job, but it never would get below 40 degrees. We reported it when we picked the rig up. We reported it again when we had some work done at east to west. Then we reported it a third time, and each time everybody thought that they had a solution for it. One was they thought maybe the doors were misaligned, which again I agreed with. We got to Texas and it just completely quit working. It shot all the way up to 68 degrees. And ordinarily it wouldn't be that big a deal, but with Stella's glaucoma, we have to keep her eye medicine under 40 degrees. The first thing they have you do is check the fan and make sure that the fan didn't get locked up from a piece of ice falling off the coil, jamming up the fan, and when the fan tries to run, it burns the bearings up in it, and it won't blow that cold air up into the refrigerator anymore. We found that was bad on ours. I wanted to check the other things. Step one, after you check your fan, you want to go in and check your, I think they call it the thermistor. That's your red Molex connector with the black cable on it. It runs down to the bottom of the coil with the brass tubing. What that is, I'm sorry, it's not your thermistor. That's your heater coil. Your heater coil is responsible for heating up the cold vents to get that ice to drip off, drop down into the drain tube, and go away from there. If that thing is bad, it's a complete replacement of the refrigerator. That's not a self-serviceable item. So to me, that's the first thing you want to check, because if it's bad, they're going to send you a new refrigerator if it's under warranty. The next thing is the thermistor. What that does is it sits on the cooling coil and it monitors for when that thing gets frozen over. It then sends a signal to the defrost coil to kick on to get that thing to unthaw. So those are the things you want to check. One, you want to check your fan, make sure it's working. Two, you want to check your heater coil, make sure you have continuity across that negative and positive. The third one is you want to check your thermistor to make sure that it's kicking the heater coil on to defrost it. All in all, it's really simple. Everything is accessible right there from the freezer. On the second time we pulled it out, we realized we didn't have to take everything out of the freezer drawers. You just lift out the drawer with everything in it, and easy peasy. So thanks for watching. Hope this helps somebody, and we will see y'all next time. Bye.